Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we are with Yusuf Muhammad. He is with the Sweet Auburn Festival, a great fall event right outside of Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. Is that correct, Yusuf?
We're actually right inside of Atlanta, and it's called the Sweet Auburn Music Fest.
Okay.
It takes place September 30th and October 1st here.
Very good, very good. And he's currently driving, so as soon as he gets pulled over, he'll click his video on, and you guys will get to talk with him. But Yusuf, give us a little background on you, man. Where did you grow up, and talk a little bit about your family and your career.
So I am an Atlanta native. I mean, Atlanta native, like downtown Grady baby, 1983. I grew up around different parts of the city of Atlanta. I went to school in Decatur, a school called Snapfinger over there, right by Columbia. And then I transferred to a private school out in where Greenbrier, probably West Atlanta. That moved to College Park. It's called Fundamentals Returning in the Blackstone Academy. I went to school in Kentucky. Shout out to the Wildcats up there. But I went to school called Berea College down in Berea, Kentucky. And I've been in marketing and finance and a few other things in my life. But I got an event planning along with the marketing and continue to expand my breadth of knowledge, and got the Sweet Auburn Music Fest going for the fall.
All right, very cool. Well, let's jump into the music festival. I always ask these three questions, Yusuf. What does it look like? What does it smell like, meaning food? And three, what does it sound like, meaning music, environment, other activities going on?
So our event, our slogan kind of speaks for itself. The slogan for the Sweet Auburn Music Fest is where the food is good and the music is great all day long. What we provide is an atmosphere family friendly that all genres of music that like to come out there and enjoy themselves. We have everything from hip hop and R&B. We've had some country and blues or folk grass, as they say. We had a few other aspects of music out there. We try to cater to everyone. This is a family friendly environment that you come out there and just enjoy yourself for a weekend, and it's all free to the public.
Oh wow!
Free to attend, not the food and everything.
Uh-huh.
Free to attend. We national acts, we have local and regional acts. We are an event where the look of it is outdoor family street fair in its own way, because it takes place on the street. The smell of it is heaven, because you have an array of food that are out there from, we want to call it international court, but we strive to bring food from around the country, and sometimes, I won't say around the world, but the people who've been are from around the world. But they bring a array of palates for your tongue. Or I want to say, this is what I want to say.
Yep.
But an array. I don't eat everything, but I strive to have the best of things out there. So I know we've had crawfish, different forms of fish itself. We've had, and I'm pulling over right now.
Okay.
Second, so I can show my pretty face. There we go. So we've had an array of food, Spanish, Creole. We've had Greek, Mexican, some Italian. I'm just thinking of different foods that I've strived to have out there over the years. We had pizza, fried Oreos, and it's still like a festival. So we have the normal fried Oreos, ribs, hot dogs, along with it. But we strive to have a mixture of things out there so that you enjoy yourself and that you don't get the normal things at a festival that you always have to get, but you can if you want to.
Absolutely. Where did the concept of this music festival come from, Yusuf?
So the concept of the Sweet Auburn Music Fest originated, I have to go way back.
All right.
So the original of the Good Times Fest back in like the 1983, 86-ish. It was a fair an event put on by the neighborhood community of Auburn Avenue because they wanted to revive the area. Let me step back a little bit more, if you don't I got time.
Sure.
So the Auburn Avenue corridor is just called Auburn Avenue. It got the name Sweet Auburn in like 1962 by Fortune magazine because they said this is the area where most blacks in the country are getting the money. And back then, the word was sweet, so they called it Sweet Auburn.
Okay. All right.
But the 1980s, if all of us know history, the crack epidemic hit the black community.
Okay.
So it wasn't as sweet in the black community anymore, especially in that area. So the Merchant Association around the Auburn area wanted to revive, renew, and just bring something different to the community. So they put on a Good Times Festival in '86. And during the Good Time Festival, their idea was just to bring people down to Sweet Auburn.
Sure.
And they put on the event, and they got James Brown to come out, and it did well. It was overwhelming. It did 5,000 people in a weekend. Back then, that's a lot of numbers. Right. Like, oh my, we're gonna do it. They did a couple of years, and then it kind of died off. And then they just were doing a small version of it. By 1994, 95, a brother named Charles Johnson took over the event, and he changed it to the Auburn Street Fest. And he did it for a number of years, and he moved it to Mother's Day weekend. Okay. And it became an event that just signified Mother's Day weekend. However, after he died in like 2011, there was a difference of opinion between myself and his children that took over it. So we wound up splitting ways. We have been doing a fall festival and the spring festival. We allowed them. You said, look, y'all take the spring and we're going to take the fall. Sure. So in doing the fall festival, my idea was to refocus and not just to make another event where people come out there and just be out there for a few minutes. The idea was to bring something to the community, allow people to enjoy themselves, and make it incorporated where everyone comes and enjoys this event. And doing that, we sat down, and I sat down with some partners and some different business associates, and we refocused how we do it. So we wanted to bring in national artists. We've had artists such as Music Soul Child attend the event. We've had 112. We've had it's so many names. I forget all these names.
Sure.
A number of artists come out there. Music Soul Child and other folks that came out there to attend this event, and they all perform free to the crowd. Wow. Then we started saying, well, it's not just a party. We make a party with a purpose. Sure. So we put a philanthropic undercurrent to it. We try to make sure something is going on out there that weekend. We've had breast cancer awareness. We've had give backs to the students. We've had voter education. We've had gun rights awareness. We have a number of things that going on out throughout that weekend where you're not only coming out there to have fun, you're starting to learn something, take away a little bit of knowledge. It presents a opportunity for sponsors to have that what's the word I want to use? Not immerse, that hands-on contact with their patrons or those who like their stuff, and then teens and their breasts also. So we've had Best Buy out. So we've had not Best Buy, excuse me, Aaron's Rental. That same blue colors. We've had the Falcons. We've had part of the Braves out there one year. We've had the Hawks. We've had Ford came out there and they did the ride and drive, and different opportunities for different people to come out there and expand their breasts. So every year we're trying to build on what we've had. It's like a marriage. They say, "What have you done for me lately?" Right. And if you're married, what you did for your wife yesterday, you got to do that again plus some more. So that's what we strive to do at the festival, where we make it's the same area, but it's a different style every year. You had
That's very cool. That's
a lot of stuff. It's just fun.
What's one of your best memories from the festival?
One of my best memories for the festival, I have a number of them, but if you want to see the festival, when Jermaine Dupri did the rap game, his first or his second season, they did an event outdoors and on the stage. If you go look at it, that's our event.
Okay.
And what we've been doing in the recent years, Pastor Jamal Bryant, one of the big pastors here in the Atlanta area, he does church on Sunday. He says that for years I've been trying to get people to come into the church.
Yeah.
So since they wouldn't come to me, going to them. So we do church in the street Sunday morning. We've had someone gave a trip away to all expense paid trip to Hawaii for 2. And a lot of people, you know, sign up for stuff and you're like, oh, this is a game in some way. And then the man who signed up, he reluctantly signed up by his wife. But his wife was like, you're going to give me this trip. So she spoke into existence. They had a all expenses paid trip for 2 to Hawaii for a week.
Oh, man, that's fantastic. That's
got a lot of things just enjoy doing out there. It's always to give back to the community because too often businesses are taking away, but not returning. Yeah. So this provides an opportunity for somebody to say, you know what? Hey, we got this. Let me give it to you all. Yeah,
no, absolutely, for sure. All right. I always ask these 2 questions because I am in live music and live entertainment full time. So I always ask this first question: what is the best concert you've ever seen? I like to survey, get people's opinion. What's the best concert you've ever seen, Yusuf?
Oh, you want to be honest, it's not a new school. The best energetic concert I've ever been to was Frankie Beverly and Maze. Okay. Like, that's an energy on another level. Yeah. Where you have old and the young participating, singing every word of his song. And then what made it more phenomenal is that he was using live instruments. And I think that's why I make that concert always one of my top concerts to go to. Sure. And live music it's just different. It brings a different energy to the ride. Okay. Dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to your Auburn community, knowing you're giving back to them. Who would you bring to your home area? Dead or alive, money not an issue. Wow. It's a number of people I would do it, dead and alive. Yep. I know everybody would say the normal, you know, Michael Jackson or something like that, or Beyonce, which I love both of them. I would love to have them. Right. But someone that'll just bring out an eclectic crowd, someone who's gonna bring some people out and life changing. Yep. Prince. Yeah, that would be a top of lots, I think, for sure. Yusuf, how do people find out more about your festival, the Sweet Auburn Music Fest? So, if you want to know more, please do me a favor. Check us out, www.sweetauburn, like the color, AUBURN, Music Fest, FEST, not festival.com. Again, Sweet Auburn, like the school too, musicfest.com. If you go on social media, most of our is Sweet Auburn Music Fest, SA Music Fest. Okay. Look us up. Or info, if you want to do an email, info at Sweet Auburn Music Fest. And to reach us by phone, it is 678-861-7263. Again, 678-861-7263. Please reach out to us, companies, musicians, everybody. If you want to attend, go to our website to get information. Companies, if they want to participate, please come on. We always have an open door. Radio stations. I love when you all come out there because it brings more and expands your breadth. So I look forward to having you out there, man. That'll work, man. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. All right, man. Bring me one of them.